Hi again then guys, and so we've got another GranTurismo 6 top speed tune for you today, and this time it's for the Toyota RSC concept. Now I have of course already done a drag tune for this car, but this is a more stiffened up top speed inclined tune to give you the handling and the stability etc. that is needed in those circumstances. So you want your racing soft tyres. For suspension we've got the ride height on 150 front and rear, springs on 550 and 525, dampers and anti-roll to 4, camber and tow neutral. If you do plan on taking this car up to very high slipstream, say 260 or more, you may want to give it a little bit of camber. For the gearbox, we've got an auto setting of 180, then for first we've got 3.3, then second, third, fourth and fifth all the way to the left, with sixth on 0.850 and a final drive of 3.1. For the diff, obviously it's all-wheel drive, so wheel spin isn't really an issue, but we've got low initial torque, which also does help on the uphill section, high acceleration and low braking, a torque split of 30-70 to reduce high-speed understeer, all the power upgrades of course, and I would recommend going for the supercharger on this one rather than the turbo, and you want NOS of course. And you also of course want the full weight loss package. Traction control is turned off, as I would always recommend doing. And so this particular SUV slash crossover is actually really impressive for its spec, because although it's not an unimpressive car, but it doesn't have anywhere near the power or torque of most of the other really fast SUVs and pickup trucks. Most of the quicker models tend to have at least 700 horsepower, anywhere up to 950 in the case of the Chevy Silverado. This only has around the mid 550 region, which most of the other SUVs that are more around that kind of speed, such as the Mazda MX, or around that kind of power, such as the Mazda MX Cross Sport, which has got around 460 horsepower, or the Range Rover Evoque, which has around 550, they're nowhere near this quick. They cruise at around 210, whereas this cruises at around 223, which is really impressive for its power. Partially due, I think, to the aerodynamics. It is a pretty aerodynamic car compared to many of the other trucks and SUVs. And it's a good handling car as well. It makes a great track car as well as a heavy hitter, in effect, although it's not particularly heavy either. Now, as far as draft potential, you do have a pretty decent amount, as you can see, around 1500 RPM, give or take. So you should be able to quite easily slipstream this car up around probably the 250, maybe even 260 region. So like I said, if you do plan on taking it higher than that, you will want to extend the final drive a little bit more. And I would recommend giving it a little bit of camber, maybe 1 or 2 camber on the front and rear, just to stop it from weaving around the road a bit at those kind of speeds. But overall it's a very competitive SUV, especially for its power. If you reduce any of the other SUVs to this kind of power, they're pretty much nowhere near as quick as this, so it's a pretty good performance car. So if you decide to use this tune, obviously I hope you find it helpful and of course competitive. And if you're new to the channel or just found this helpful in general, feel free to subscribe. I put out new top speed tunes like this every day. And as always, thanks for watching.